right. Yeah, $100 on candy. That's right. It's pretty bad last night. Hey, I was entertained. But I guess an L for the eboyz. Or was it though? Was it really? Guess it is an L. That Grace Thorpe acted irrational and walked out, left the scene. All Jeremy was trying to do was be a gentleman and walk a drunk, irrational woman to the bus stop. Besides, everyone drove a lot of hours and miles to get to New Haven to collab, and that's it. OPC Don gets into a little fender bender, and Ruby's brother may or may not have tampered with the food, and she freaks out. She leaves the scene. I mean, it is a Ruby W, but I'm not so sure about a eboyz L. I think the eboyz L is Jeremy saying he gets and understands incest. That's weird. That's the real L there. I can't believe that. I can't even see the screen. It's so bright out here. Jeremy is spineless, eating worms. Yeah. The whole meetup was a punishment for Grace laughing at Ben's micropenis. Yeah. Well, yeah, true. It's desperation by Jeremy to try to get some sort of content out. I was looking at it from that perspective. The thing is, it is an L for the eboyz. Because that desperation, that walk, that with 16 Candles-esque comedy romance in scene where the man chases the girl off to try to win her back, that whole thing, desperate ploy, really screams a massive L when you realize, when the truth is, and it's right there in front of everyone, we all know this, Grace was never interested in being Jeremy's friend in the way that he would see a friendship. Jeremy was just a pawn to be used when needed, muscle to maybe move stuff around storage. Nothing's ever going to get done with that storage shed. They'll leave it as it is. The landlord will get pissed because no one's going to help them. They have no one to help them. OPC Don, well, I mean, that's over. Maybe the play is to guilt OPC Don so bad that he'll lift and move everything out of the storage shed to make up for freaking Grace sale, but that's one hell of a Hail Mary. They got me smoking again, but it's not they. I'm a victim of myself, actually. These are much more enjoyable than the freeze will ever be. The big L here, in my opinion, is that Jeremy thought he could actually be And see, in normal circumstances, I wouldn't consider that an L. But it was this follow-up stream we did while fishing that made that an L for me. The point of the eboyz isn't to create a network, a loose network of boys that try to like gatekeep and hold each other accountable for everything. No. The point is to at least have an understanding that these hoes are not to be trusted. Especially these internet hoes. They're not there to be your friend. They're not there to be your girlfriend. They're there. They're characters. And if you want to play with them, you have to understand them. And that means you got to do your homework. And Jeremy did not. Jeremy, I had a real experience last night, but he didn't learn from it. He makes excuses. She will never be into him. They'll both beg. They'll both beg and grovel like worms. That's right, Eric W. They will. They absolutely will. It is so bright I can't even see the screen. Should have done this tonight. But tonight, having a game night with the kids, been going to stream it. That one's just going to be, I'm going to get some pizza and play some games. Smash Brothers would definitely be one of them. There's this one game, it's a puzzle game, kind of like Tetris style for NES called Yoshi. My son is like really good at that game. He kicked my ass in that game. Like, it's embarrassing actually. Took it to the mall today. It was fun. Spent about $116 on freaking candy. You know, they get these bags of candy from these candy stores. You weigh it and goddamn. But you guys helped pay for that, so there we go. Look at that. Got the skinny filter on. Yeah. Skinny filter for life, dude. 218 pounds. So I celebrated this morning with a donut. Today is pretty much a cheat day. Tomorrow is going to be hell to pay. Tomorrow is going to be only eat once, and that's going to be tuna fish. Maybe just one can. So L for the eboyz. The eboyz isn't really a group. Hey, thanks for the $2. Thank you, gobbledygook. Yeah, they got a lot of candy, of course. Gummy bears, chocolate stuff. They already had their bag half full when they discovered that there's a chocolate section. When the guy tied up the bag, there was like no room. I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't care. I got the money for it. Anyway, yeah, the eboyz isn't really like a group, but it does look bad that Jeremy hasn't learned. He's gonna still try to meet with Grace and get with Grace. Is he still gonna try to go to Rhode Island to help with the storage unit? Look. What a man does on his own, you know, his I want to say something really nice here. Something about a man's journey. The things they go through on that journey, you know? But it's like this moment is too cheap for words that good. What a man chooses to do on his journey in his life, that's up to him. But may he remember not to trust the host. That is all he needs to remember. So what are your thoughts, chat, about last night? Any thoughts about what Jeremy had said? I did a video on that and still can't quite wrap my head around what he meant by about the incest thing. I get it. I don't understand what he meant by that. What do you think? I'm just a Mr. Deadman hater. No reason, but don't forget that I was one of your biggest fans for months. Okay. He is a Mormon. Well, yeah, he's a Mormon. Yeah. The hero's journey to sin into the dungeon's lair called a listen get drunk. Yeah, there you go. That's a good phrasing. That's a good phrasing. There's 2 texts before that. Oh well, I'd scroll up to read that. What's up, Deadman? Just about to comment this on Jeremy's vid. Just posted what I saw. You went live, so I figured I'd just pop in here. Dude, yeah. I'm so proud you made that video. You think I have any morality left? Huh. Well, I don't know if I would call it morality. I realized that if you're looking for morality on YouTube and on the internet, you're in the wrong place. But I guess you can call it that. The bare minimum standards. Incest is wrong and should be disavowed. Anyone who engages that or supports that, well, you know, consequences. I'll say that, but also say grace is a friend. Of course, maybe there's some sarcasm there. There's sarcasm there. But, I mean, in a way, she is kind of an acquaintance, huh? I never met her, but in a way, my channel's all about her. I know a lot about her. And she's made me money. It is a Pepsi day. But yeah, I'm trying to find morality on the internet. Do you guys find that to be kind of foolish anymore? I mean, even the people who are like preaching morality, preaching religion, are they just doing that because it's a grift? And is that in itself immoral? You know, I could tell you, don't goon, our goon. Doesn't matter, you already made up your mind what you're going to do. You guys ever scroll through social media? If it's not just funny memes and AI videos that are hilarious, like Stephen Hawking, Bob Ross, raging out. Most of it's just sin and depravity, man. Degeneracy. I was scrolling through Twitter the other night and I was like, you know what? God might very well be, I don't know, dead, but has walked away. Maybe rapture happened and we're just left behind. Oh, what's left is survival. Protect yourself, protect your own. Try to make sense of things. Anyway, that's getting off topic. Yeah, Ray Sachs did a good job hurting Ben's feelings. Yeah. He did a good job. He really got... No, he really did. It was after Ray Sachs, I talked to Ben, when Ben talked about how he's watching erectile penis videos, which is so bizarre. You'd think a grown man would... grown man who has kids would know all about how a penis works. You'd think he would, but he doesn't. Let's see if we can get those likes up. That'd be nice. So see, Ray Sachs and XP are going at it. Shamu, how long did OPC goes back to sipping? I don't know, a week? It would just take them a week. That all depends on if Ben actually did talk to OPC and what they talked about. Was that streamed? I mean, I feel like there's things that happened still that I missed. OPC has this weird connection with the Thorpes. This whole thing about wanting to be connected with the Thorpes so he can learn how to stream, so that he didn't have to pay spend $6,000 or whatever to some sort of streaming course. That is some major stupid cope and bullshit. That doesn't make any sense. There has to be something else going on here. They're like his only real friend. And he feels like he has this weird connection with them. A friendly connection. That he will help them even if they spit at him. Literally, they had their poop on his face. And he still helped them out. OPC's playing the long game? For what, though? He's like a 60-year-old man. He looks like one, anyway. The Pickled Pepsi guy already has him beat. Already has him cornered. By the time OPC Dawn starts streaming, Pickled Pepsi will blow up and be like, I don't know, like a top streamer. He should be. Pickled Pepsi's good. Hey, King TL. It's tough. It is tough. It's rough. Now for the eboyz. And don't get it twisted. It's not an L because of what Jeremy did last night. It's an L because what Jeremy failed to learn from what he did last night. I can already hear it. Ava and Ruby, same men, are dense and they'll never learn. But then the Ava and Ruby in my head are probably smarter than the ones in real life. Are we drinking or are we not, King? Are we drinking? We're doing a 6-pack of Lone Star. I say we do a 6-pack of Lone Star or Natty or something. Already got me smoking. I like how Grace was asking if she can get a cigarette. People have tried talking to Jeremy like 2 years now. And never go up. Yeah. Yeah, Shamu, you've been talking to Jeremy for a while. So he should know. But, you know, he said recently that he sees Ben as the hero. Oh, shit. Was that 5 gifted members? Holy shit. Well, wait right here. I think I'll get a 6-pack of Lone Star. If someone steals the phone, you tell them. I don't know what you tell them. Not to mess with a government man's phone, okay? Tell them that. Hot Wheels will be chasing them. All right, I'll be right back. Well, this is even better. It's bright. It's so bright out here, dude. It's so bright. Look at this. It's like a movie. It's like movie lighting right here. Like Michael. It's a Michael Bay movie right here. It's like every scene from Pearl Harbor. You ever seen one of those movies, or Transformers? Every scene is like at like sundown. No matter where they are, it's like about 6 o'clock. Anyway, so we got 6-pack of Lone Star. I could balance that. I'm doing pretty good with the diet. It's just like Drunken Surfer would say, it's just a mathematical formula. You know, one day you consume more calories, then the next day you consume less calories, and it's just going to balance out. It's all about intake, outtake. Today there's a lot of intake, not a lot of burning of the calories. So tomorrow that's going to be different. That's what it's about. And overall, about having a good time. Am I happy to sell it, Mr. Devin? Yes, I'm selling out. Selling out on my booty hole. Blood pressure better, Devin? Yeah. Blood pressure's doing good. Selling out my booty hole. Great film, but I hate that the cranks in the shower. Wait. What film is that? Yeah, I saw Grace spit on OPC. That was hilarious. That was a good moment right there. And see, man, I was gonna stay up and stream the whole ride, but dude, I was like, man, I'm done. Like, this is gonna be like maybe a 2-hour drive. I think I am good, man. And dude, I missed it. What? You know what though? I was also thinking, you know who's not gonna miss this? Joe Shabatoni in Naptown. They're gonna get it right. And they did. I woke up this morning and there was it was like Christmas. There you go. Grace spits on OPC Dawn. I was like, really? What? Hey, thanks so much, for the $10, King. Wait, you're selling that thing, or has it been sold? Selling what thing? Oh, my booty hole? Well, may or may not, man. Depends on it depends on the offer. The thing is, I can't be one of those guys that kiss and tell, you know? You gotta keep it cool. You know? There's only 2 things that come from Texas. Queers and steers. And do I look like a steer to you? Yeah, for anyone wondering. Yeah, the family stuff will be moved to a family channel. That's going to be happening near future. I won't promote it here, but that will be happening soon. No drama on it, obviously. It'll be just run-of-the-mill kind of bullcrap, like dad tries this, dad tries that. Simple stuff. Very simple, easy to make, sell out content. Kind of like the reaction channel that I do. Yeah. It's good to diversify. Anyway. Whew, man. So, now, anyone know what Jeremy meant when he said he understands the incest? That he gets it? I don't understand that. I don't get that. Make that make sense to me. He said that, oh yeah, about the incest thing. I get it, man. You know, I grew up in a big family too that went through a divorce. I'm like, what? How does... Didn't Jeremy say her brother banged her too? Wouldn't be surprised if he did. Ray sex, I can't deny that. I mean, the way Jeremy was talking was as if he knew firsthand there was some stuff going on in his family. Someone should press him about that. I hardly ever, I don't think I've ever paneled on Jeremy's stream one time. If I ever do, I'm gonna have a question. Jeremy, what did you mean when you said that you understand incest? Jeremy, you know, you're one of the bros, one of the boys, but what do you mean you understand incest? Like, you understand the definition of it, or what are we talking about? No, you know what? I won't even word it that way. That gives him an out. I'll just ask him, what do you mean? What did you mean? You just don't get what Grace's plan was? Grace's plan, I think it was always that she would leave. She wasn't going to stay that night. She wasn't going to stay that night. Not with Jeremy again. Not with OPC Dawn. I think she gets the ick feeling from OPC Dawn and Jeremy. My thoughts? Whoa, thanks for the $5, King. This got dark quick. Yeah, it did get dark, King. It got very dark. And thank you for the contribution, dude. Thank you. About the ick feeling? Well, the fact that she didn't want to share a hotel with OPC Dawn and Jeremy. That right there. And the fact that I don't recall Grace ever sharing any sort of overnight sleeping with OPC Dawn. She did with Jeremy, and it ended poorly. It ended with her trying to escape from Jeremy's place and dancing naked in the woods. Talk about a great time. And I mean, last night Jeremy trying to play. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Jeremy following Grace. You see this scene in movies quite a bit. I can't really name a lot of them on top of my head. The comedy romance, you know. The guy has to save the girl, has to get the girl. She doesn't quite understand. But if he lets her go, she'll never be in his life again. So he has to make that last-ditch effort, that Hail Mary play. And it usually ends well, right? That's movies. That's movie logic there. It kind of looked like that's what he was doing there. You know, he put in a lot of effort to meet with Grace. And now he has this moment to seize his opportunity. Carpe diem, Robin Williams, rest in peace. And he fumbled it. First of all, the scene went way too long. And really, it became Grace trying to manipulate Jeremy into being White Knight for her and go fight her battles and go beat up Ruby on her behalf. And then maybe she'll give him a blowjob. Okay? Let the bird fly. Yeah, you just have to let the bird fly away. Let the bird fly away. He just wants to make Ben look good. Well, how does it make Ben look good? I guess by making him look bad? So that she can go run to Grace? Or not run to Grace, run to her daddy? I like that one of the last lines that Grace got in there. That You're not a man. You're not a real man. My real man, the only man in my life is my dad. Something like that. That was good. And Jeremy even looks like that guy. The sort of guy that played that character. You know, kind of weak. You know, like he looks like the guy that would be cast in the everyman role. The kind of like, yeah. Oh, the lighting's getting better. Now it's better. Oh, that's because of a cloud. We have this moment for like a little bit. I can actually see the screen. It's not just right. What would I tell Grace if she was my dad? I'd tell her to get the fuck out of my house. If I was Grace's dad, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here? You need to go live your own life. See, but I couldn't be like that because I'm not like that. Sure you would. Well, I wouldn't be banging her. I wouldn't be trying to destroy her life. You don't know about that one? Yeah. I think I would. I think I would tell her, what are you doing with your time? Like you're wasting your existence. This is pointless. I'd be like, Grace, you're like 20 something years old. Why are you here? You should be, I don't know, trying to get an education. Where are your friends at? How come we don't have any friends? I would tell her to go to Florida to meet with a NoFap gamer. That was her best offer. Or go live with Adam. Like, kids have to grow up. When they're adult like that, they need to live their life. Sure, they're always welcome to come back home, but like, they should not be clingy to the parents like that. They need to live their life, man. She needs to meet up with King. Oh yeah. Well, King would that would be a good meet. That would be a pretty good meetup right there. Not a chance. King doesn't want to be another name in Grace's book. You think Grace keeps like a little diary, a little book, a little black book of the names of people she's hearts she destroyed? They needed a leader last night. Dude, okay, now you remind me of another embarrassing moment last night. Dude, where's my car? Come on. Not only did we get like a 16 candles, like you gotta save the girl moment there, you got a dude, where's my car? Dude, where's my car? What do you mean, where's your car? Where do you park it? I don't know. I thought I parked it here. They spent hours looking for Jeremy's car. I don't understand how you lose your car like that. Seems pretty simple just to remember where he parked it. Must be so complicated. I guess he's not really used to like parking in the city. Good to see the eyes doing better. Yeah, the eyes doing better. Sometimes alcohol will mess it up, but we'll do fine. You know what? Actually, about the eye, I think the statin I had been taking was messing with the eye. I stopped taking the statin. Alcohol is how one loses one car. Yeah, but he only had one beer, right? Jeremy had like one beer. How do you get drunk off of one beer? When you guys get drunk, like how many beers did it take? 1, 2, 3? A whole 6-pack? I mean, I'll down all 6 of these right now. I'm not going to get drunk. I'll get tipsy. I get weird, crazy. Not drunk. We'll put it to the test. Put it to the test, honey. Crack open beer number 2. Coffee and THC is for me. Well, that's a good mixture. Can't do THC right now. Kind of in between jobs. But, you know. So far, they haven't asked me to take a drug test, though. I'm sure it will happen, but I think by now everything should be out of my system. So, you know, my visits to Colorado, you know, that's just a lot there. Hey, Montero, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you since Ruby called you a scumbag, dude. I wanted to tell you personally, well, not personally, but over here. You're not a scumbag, man. You know, you apologized to Ruby, and she was still in her feelings about it. Whatever. You just don't have D-Dog's luck, you know? D-Dog apologized, and she jumped his dick, so. Make that make sense. Oh, and also, guys, in the grand scheme of things, 1 L for the eboyz is not like it's done. This is an ongoing battle, an ongoing feud. Life goes on. See, Ruby and D-Dog are going to meet up again, and that's going to create situations that are just going to play themselves out. We don't have to do anything. And just watch. Watch the dysfunction lead into a cascade of clips that'll be great to mine, and it'll be just beautiful. And then you'll get the girls on Ruby's side still asking questions. Why are you with D-Dog? And not quite understanding the problem. And yeah, it'll work itself out. It always does. They have to have a breakup. Don't they want young lovers to be happy? Sure, let them be happy. As long as they're happy. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm thinking them being together again will really be the test to see whether or not they're happy together. Talking over the phone is one thing. Spending time together is a completely different thing. And that first visit was supposed to be a little bit longer than what it was. But Ruby got sick and tired of D-Dog. Those messages were there. And had him kicked out. So, or sent him home. Though he would say different, and she would say different too. But the messages kind of tell a different story. Interesting. But a strong love shouldn't be hurt or weakened by words like this. Words of caution. No, just words of caution. Predicting. Ruby should eat D-Dog's dingleberries. Is that a brand of cereal? D-Dog's dingleberries. That'll be a good meme. Product placement in the beginning of the stream. Mr. Deadman's stream is now has a sponsor. D-Dog Dingleberries. It's like these little chocolate balls. I create like an AI video, like 1920s, 1950s era, like shit. Some kid eating this cereal. Oh, I can see it now. What's up, Jody D? How's it going? Yeah, so kind of looping back to this again. It's just a wowzer, dude. Just a wowzer of a moment. Does anyone else know what Jeremy meant by when he said that he understands incest? Does anyone understand what Jeremy was meaning by that? The context of the sentence is, oh yeah, and about the incest thing. Look, man, I get it. I understand. I grew up in a big family too, with 6 kids, and parents getting divorced. So that sentence right there, it implies that he knew or he knows about that thing because of something that happened in his family that's similar to the Thorpe's family. Chad, I'm trying to... Now, maybe he means that he understands it because when the wife divorces the dad, she could say crazy things and make crazy allegations. But he never really said that part in the context of what he was talking about when he said that word. So very interesting. He's sick. Why am I drawn to it? That's a good question. They are sick, and the content's real small. It's not like it cracks even 100 viewers, right? I mean, if this channel was fixated on something other, like maybe H3 or iDubbbz or whatever, then maybe it would do better. But I've been watching the Thorpes for a while because I was entertained by the destruction of that family just watching it unfold. The fact that they would just put that out there, and everything that has happened because of what they put out there. So I don't know. I guess I like watching a trash fire. That's what it is. Drunk and yapping. Yapping, yes. Drunk? Not yet. We're only 2 beers in, baby. We got 4 more to go. You want to say drunk? Give me 10 more minutes and I'll show you drunk, baby. Oh yeah, the psychodrama has overplayed its course. Yeah. Their last struggle session, where Ben was trying to gas up Grace to go sue Courtney, that's a repeat. They did that episode before. They did that episode when they were in the RV, and it was much better done then. They did not need to repeat that episode. I feel like I'm watching a season, a TV series that's done, and they're out of ideas, and they're just rehashing stuff, and it's not working. Though last night we had a special October episode, which had some comedy, some horror moments, and drama. So really good. And I know it's kind of weird that I talk about the Thorpe streams as if it's like a TV show or a movie or whatever, but that's how I kind of look at it. That is. It's twisted, a little weird, yeah. But I see them as characters. Gray's going homeless. Yeah. Well, that's just a matter of time. Because they only make so much money. They don't make enough to pay rent. I mean, when they really need to start paying rent, time is their enemy. You see, Damius Octavius can only pay for so much. When the well stops giving the blubber that's needed, it's time to move on. Oh, OPC's crazy hair. Oh, I did notice that. Oh, which, by the way, OPC's a massive poser. He wore a Nirvana hat and a hoodie, and he couldn't even name 5 Nirvana songs. Now, I can't name them because I'm not a Nirvana fan. Or super fan. Hey, King TL, thanks for the 20, dude. All right, now we're going to have to finish these beers. Dude, King TL's like so awesome. He's so generous. Thank you for that, dude. Yo, OPC is a shit-eating worm. He is a shit-eating worm. Hold on. Let me see if I can name 5 Nirvana songs. Do not help me. Here we go. Teen Spirit. Hold on. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Something about... Something... I don't know the name of the song. Something about the old man with a gun. I don't know the name of the song. That is not going well. You know what? I don't. Heart-shaped box. I don't know. I'm not a Nirvana fan. Okay, I listen to him every now and then. That was like a long time ago. But he's a massive poser. He said he didn't even like the band, but he has it. A hoodie and a hat. All right. Well, look at that. Anyway, he took the hat off and he has crazy hair. Crazy freaking hair. It's like long. It's like going all over the place. I was not expecting that. Get the Jaeger? Oh, no, I'm going back now. Shit. Now I'm going to have to go to the liquor store. Guys, can y'all name 5 Nirvana songs? Can anyone name 5 Nirvana songs? I can only name one, Teen Spirit. Some songs were covers? Yes, you did earlier? Oh, okay. Let's fucking go. Let's do this. We're fucking going. I might actually have to DoorDash to Jaeger. Be ill advised for me to drive right now, huh? 3 beers in. Okay. So I'm not loitering. You know, I paid for the stuff. I'm right here. Do you think they're eventually going to ask me to leave? I don't think they know I'm out here. There's not even a camera out here. There's like just a weird spot out here. Look at these beers. Toss these bad boys out. We're on beer number 3. Finish the Pepsi. All right, so I'll have to DoorDash to Jaeger, but I can finish these other 4 beers we got here. The only camera here is this camera right here. No camera. So I mean, I could flat out like go on the Ruby Trail and start shooting heroin right here. No one would know, other than you guys. So, like, guys, do you think Ben is, like, a good guy? Like, a good man? Jeremy thinks Ben is a good guy. Do you think he's a good guy? I don't know why. It's kind of wild, right? Ben Thorpe, a good guy? A good man? Dude. Let me preface this with Jeremy's one of the boys. And he sees things differently than we do. All it takes is to be one of the boys, by the way, is just to have a hatred for women, or just understand that he can't trust hoes. I don't hate women. I love women, but I don't trust hoes. Different for me though. I'm married, so any woman that comes up to me, I just assume is a hoe, so that way I don't get in trouble. I told my wife that, and she wasn't very happy with that. She was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, pretty much. I treat every woman that approaches me or in the area like she is, like she's trying to be a hoe." She's like, "Why would you do that?" It's like, because I don't want to get in trouble, and I automatically assume that they are up to no good. I won't get in trouble. It's sound logic. Jeremy is mentally retarded virgin. Is he really a virgin? Is he really a virgin? He's not a virgin, is he? God damn it. He might be. Well, first step is overcome denial. He has to admit it. Then we can help him with this problem. We can't help him with this problem until he realizes he has a problem. So next time I talk to him, I'll let him know, hey, I think you are a virgin. And we're going to take efforts to make sure we help you out with that. First step, we'll walk into the process of him losing his virginity and all that. So, don't take the Lord's name in vain. Yeah, I don't. Nice ride. Yeah, it's never a good idea to take the Lord's name in vain. Never good. I mean, that's a freaking Cadillac. That girl has money. I'm just over here smoking backwoods, talking to a phone, drinking Lone Star beer on a Saturday night, Saturday evening. About to go home, order some pizza, play Smash Brothers with the kids. Maybe some Nintendo Switch games, whatever. Should be fun. That one won't be streamed. Not everything needs to be streamed. I do want to do the stream, or at least the video of me taking a shit. I do plan on doing that. That is content. I need to teach people how to take a shit. Maybe I'll film that tomorrow. Play some horror game with the youngins. Oh, a good one, and I hope they have it on the Switch, is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It's 2 players. It's a fun game. That's a good game. GameCube Smash Bros. Well, it's what is it? The Switch one. The Switch games? Oh, Smash Brothers and Mario Land 3D or something. I don't know, a lot of stuff. The kind of pizza. I want to order from this local pizza place called Stefano's. They're really good. So I'm thinking about ordering from them. Still haven't done the pizza challenge. I think the challenge, I think that Taco Fell really sealed the deal on that. Guys, I think on the process of losing weight, I just do not have the capacity to eat that much. Like, my body shuts down to play Animal Crossing. Is that like a multiplayer game? Can I play? We'll probably play some Halo. 3 players on the same console, which when you do that on the Xbox, which is great because it bugs out because the Xbox is a piece of shit and can't handle the fucking shit like it should. If you ever play Halo, the Master Collection, 3 players, 4 players, local, the graphics are getting downgraded and the game bugs like fuck. Last time we played, the actual player models disappeared, so we couldn't see each other. Everyone was invisible. So you just saw like floating guns walking around. It was weird. I was like, the kids were like, "Dad, why is it doing this?" Because, well, the Xbox is actually not that good. It's a piece of shit. Series X, they want me to upgrade. Yeah, I know they want me to upgrade, just so I could play the same games I'm playing now and have them run better. It's fucking bullshit. I don't want to participate in that rat race. I'd rather, you know what, man? I'd rather not. I'd rather not participate in that rat race. Whenever they load up Minecraft and be like, it takes like 30 minutes for it to load. I'm like, yeah, they want us to get the Series X or whatever nonsense, and that's bullshit. Yeah, exactly, Shamu. You might as well just have a PC. Because the same games are on PC. Nintendo was pretty smart about making sure their IPs stay on their stuff and keep that, but Nintendo's a fucking greedy ass son of a bitch as well. Greedy ass son of a bitch. Dude, who is more coin happy? The fucking Japanese or the freaking small tribe? Dude, like, when it comes dollars to donuts, man, when it comes to like greed and money grubbing practices, who does it better? The Jews or Nintendo? I mean, come on. We got 23 watching. Watch it drop down to 15 with this rant. And I love the Jews. I love the small tribe. Let me tell you something. Those ladies are nice. You'll see more Jewish ladies in porn than anyone else. Test that fact out. Because they're willing to give up their booty hole. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm just messing around, guys. No, but Nintendo is pretty strict and pretty mean when it comes to their stuff. And even my son was ranting about it the other day. And he was going off. I was like, man, son, you have a streaming career. like you have it. Like, he was going off. I'm talking about AVGN style without the profanity. Because I would not allow that. But he was like, what the hell? It's bull crap, Dad. Because now they want you to have a game card, a virtual game card. You know how when you buy a game, everyone else can play it in the family? It doesn't work like that. You have to load the virtual game card, and then if someone has that loaded on their system, or if they're playing their virtual game or using it, you can't access it. Now, I think there's ways around it. One of which is like a family plan. But talk about some bullshit. And when you have kids even realizing how lame it is. I mean, my son is like, I don't know, middle school age. I'll put it that way. I don't want to say his real age. Okay? And he's already seeing that. And using words in a way I'm like, man, you might want a career in law. You ever thought about becoming a lawyer? It sounded pretty good, son. You sounded pretty smart. Sounds like you're outsmarting your old dad on this one. Yeah. In fact, if anything, I'm going to start a gaming channel, and really my son's going to write the scripts. Yeah, you don't own the game, you own the license. That's how the software works nowadays. Yeah, and that's bullshit too. We need to go back to the physical stuff, man. 90s never looked so good, right? When you actually own the physical fucking product. You held it in your hands. And people wanting that to come back. It was convenience, man. For at least me, anyway. I don't know about for you, but that was the thing that had me sold on going digital. Convenience. Back in the Halo 2 days, I waited in line forever to get that copy. Halo 3 as well. But then when it came for other releases, later releases, you just had a digital copy ready to go because it was convenient. You didn't have to wait in lines anymore. You got that download instantly. It was great. I didn't think about the ramifications of it. I went to midnight releases? Hell yeah, I did. Dude, I was a fucking nerd gamer, dude. Dude, I was hardcore virgin nerd. I didn't get laid until, well, officially until later. I mean, I don't count the, guys, I don't want this to be a dark stream. I don't count what happened with my Mexican neighbor as a good thing. Hold on one second. I'm checking, how much battery life do I have? Okay, we're good. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to get into that. But yeah, dude, there was one time, this girlfriend in Sugarland wanted me to go over and spend the night with her, and I said no, and instead I played GoldenEye and Smash Brothers with the bros. I was bros before hoes for like a long time. I'd rather have pizza, Mountain Dew, and play games with the boys than, I don't know, be with some chick. No, I would spend time with chicks for sure, but like, honestly, with chicks, dude, it's like this. You have a nice conversation. Okay, whatever. You bang, and then they talk to you about stuff they're into. They ask you about stuff you're into. They tell you about their stuff, and you find out stuff, and it's just conversations you're not going to remember. And then you bang again, and then it's like, it's really just laying around, doing nothing, maybe watching a movie, and then banging, and then that's about it. But when you're hanging out with the boys, with the guys, it's like, you know, you're playing games, you're getting into it, you're yelling, you're like, it's a lot of fun, you know? It's the nagging. Yeah, the nagging gets annoying. Late Bloomers Virgin Club, that's right. Anyway, yeah, I went to midnight releases, dude. But you guys want physical stuff to come back? I never come back. It's just not on the cards. It's all digital now. You don't even own shit. You pay for the use of it when they let you use it. And you agree to stupid user agreements that you didn't even read. Because half the time you probably can't understand it because, you know, you're probably drunk when you're making the purchase, or probably don't give a shit. You're probably just hoping nothing is in there that's too bad, but no one reads that shit. East Coast Podcast, well, that's how you make sure. East Coast Podcast, that's what we call an old school plan B. Pushing bitches down the stairs. Dude. You weren't the only one. And now we got down to 18 viewers. Okay. The goal is to get down to 10 viewers. Get down to 1 viewer. I think we lost the ladies. That's why piracy reigns supreme. Yeah. Be a pirate. Pirate. Used to be all about Pirate Bay. My problem is when one dude says, let's play Uki Nuki. Uki Cookie? Oh, no, man. That never happened with me. Okay. Like, man. Dude, I remember those days. I miss those days. Because, like, when people get older, you grow up and you move away and stuff. You know, all my friends, like, we all live far apart now. But, like, we would have, like, these, you wouldn't call them sleepovers. We're not sleepovers. This is gay. But, you know, it's been all night playing GoldenEye, the original Smash Brothers, and maybe Quake on the computer and stuff. So there was like a little LAN party thing, N64 going on, and all the other stuff there. And then what happened? Oh, yeah, so everyone was having a good time, but the guy hosting it, his name was I'm not gonna say his name. I think he might be a politician now, trying to be in Louisiana, but he was gay, and he was hardcore gay, very openly gay. And the joke was, if you fall asleep at his house, your dick's gonna get sucked. And the game was to stay up all night, and as long as you can, so you're not the one who gets their dick sucked by David. I'm not gonna say his last name. And so as far as I know, everyone passed that game. No one got their dick sucked by the gay dude. Okay, and it was he. So he was the one who wanted to play Uki Nuki, but no one played. No one played, as far as I know. The gayest thing we ever got to doing was when at another bro's house, when he passed out, his brothers and I started. I don't know why we did this, but we grabbed random items from the room, and started shoving it into his fucking underwear, like into his ass crack. I mean, everything. He would be passed out. We grabbed I think it was like markers. I can't remember. Markers, books. I think one was a controller, and then there was like a stuffed animal. We just started like shoving it into his pants. Good times. Good times. Don't ever fall, like when you're hanging out with the guys, do not ever fall asleep. You do not want to fall asleep. You're friends with Huey Long? Yeah, Huey Long, yeah, that's right. The best is when you have a friend with a hot mom who bangs you. If you get that luxury, yeah, but I was the one with the hot mom, so, you know. But am I gonna hope she bangs me? That's weird. You know, this is getting awkward, guys. Awkward. But yeah. So whenever you're having a night with the boys, man, I miss those days. I wish it would come back. When I try to have the game night with the kids, I try to create that environment, except without the hazing. Without the hazing. Mountain Dew, pizza, play games, all that stuff. We'll have a fun time. I tried to get the kids to play GoldenEye. Dude, they did not have it. They were not having it. It was so weird. They were like moving around like they were drunk in the game. They couldn't. It's weird. Like they can play Halo and they're good. Well, I wouldn't say they're good at it, but they can make sense of it. But GoldenEye, it was like so, and it's the Xbox version. And so it's so like, I guess primitive, even that version, that it didn't make any sense to them. The kids are MLG, yeah, Major League Gaming, dude. Some gay dude touch your window, he's asked to go out the window. Well, the way this guy worked is he wouldn't let you know. You wouldn't know. You called him the cum vampire. And he would strike, and you wouldn't know. So there is actually a possibility that one of us could have passed out and not have realized it and had our dick sucked and never known. So there's that. I might have been... I guess, would you say, raped? If I didn't know, I didn't know. So, I mean, it's whatever. 15 viewers now. Great. I'm only 3 beers in, guys. Wow, the more beers I get in me. What else are we gonna do here, guys? Let's pop some shenanigans. Let's get into something. Let's do something. I'm about to shut this thing down and start walking home. So I ordered the pizza and start the real game night. But like, let's talk into something. Let's do it. Let's plan something. I would like to do like a gaming stream, but not just a gaming stream, but like play a game that I can invite you guys to play online with me, but not like some gay Among Us shit. Like something real. Like you have a Japanese N64, that's cool. GoldenEye N64 West Primitive, yeah. But the Xbox version at least is mapped out to where you could play with dual analog and it makes sense, you know. But even that, like, when you play GoldenEye, after playing, like, a lot of Halo and stuff, like, the GoldenEye camera, when you move around, it's so loose and goose, like, you feel kind of drunk playing it. It's different. What is your top 3 games of all time? Well, Daimo, the top 3 games of all time, that's a tough one. Final Fantasy Tactics. I like that game a lot. Might actually beat it for the first time in a long time. Now that I unlocked the secret that is the calculator. It's not really a secret. Anyway, that's a really good game. See, like, there's games that are good because I like them because of the multiplayer, because of like nostalgia. Just my top 3 of all time. Top 3 of experiences. Final Fantasy Tactics, Duke 3D, and Halo. Duke Nukem 3D, because the modemizing with the friends and playing a multiplayer was like really fun. Greatest time, dude. Really fun. And then what beat that greatest time, another greatest time, was which is not how the word greatest works. It's greater than the greatest, which doesn't work either. Having Halo LAN parties. I mean, original Halo LAN parties. Would bring different TVs together, different Xboxes, and would set it up at the house. We'd have like a dining table, like 4 different TVs, 4 different Xboxes there, and we'll play some games. We'll play some Halo, man. It was good stuff. Modern Warfare 2, oh, that was fun. That was a good game. Yeah, so like Modern Warfare 2, like the original, like back in the day, that was a lot of fun. I played a lot of that. Great times. Loved it. Why did you call me that too? I know why. I think since October's not over, I think I should cosplay as a samurai at least one day. So that happened. I'm looking for the video of the drunken well, he's never been drunk, I don't think. But the peace dance where Daimo's dancing in his underwear. I'm looking for that for content reasons, not for any other reasons. All right. So 4 beers, 3 beers in. Let's crack them with the 4th. Finish this 4th, then I'll start walking. Oh, Shaggy thinks I'm a Daimo too. But I'm not a Daimo. Ooh, Daimo? My favorite thing about Daimo was him messaging this band called Drag Down. Really this generic metalcore band that is kind of like piss poor and shit. I didn't like the band. I thought they were average at best. And I kind of said that in my reaction. They did not like my reaction. And then the, the Dymo like did a response video of it and tagged them. And like these Japanese guys can't make sense of like the gaijins. The gaijins. They don't understand us. We all look the same to them. And they're like trying to make sense, and like they messaged me telling me that I'm responsible for what the Dymo had said. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He was like, yeah, you're his mother. You should stop him. I'm like, I'm not his mother. That was funny. But yeah, shout out to the band Dragdown. May they I'm not allowed to react to them anymore. That would strike down the videos. That's the one Japanese band I can't react to. But I think next year, if everything goes well, I think next year I'll be going to Japan, and I'll meet with one of these bands, and I'll pull a Jeremy card and keep on following them and not let them get away, and I'll see how well that plays. I don't think it's gonna go too well. I know you don't. You don't get away from me. See, if I was following Grace like Jeremy did, it would look much worse. The big guy. I'm kind of a big guy, dude. I'm like 6'3", or well, 6'2". 200 pounds, 220 pounds. And when I walk, there's some describe it as kind of more of like I'm lumbering around. Then I can have the crazy eye. The crazy eye. Then I'll be carrying an axe. Because it's very... I'm a gentleman, and I want to have an axe so I can get some firewood for Grace. You gotta cut up the wood for the fire. I'm not 220 pounds. You're right. The scale said this morning I was 218. But I'm 6'2". I'm tall. Not that tall. Ben's taller than me, but whatever. I still fucking killed it. I mean, I would never take his life. I mean, you can doubt it all you want. I mean, what, do you want me to post another picture with a freaking timestamp on it? Weigh myself now, it's going to be different after all these beers. I'll weigh myself in the morning again. Though today's been a cheat day. But I'll weigh myself and post that picture. Well, you're 5'11". That's your answer right there. And also, you're just saying things, so I mean, I believe you're an honest man, but 5'11", 240, have a flatter stomach than me, then I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm 6'2", and the stomach is what it is. But I have been doing more crunches now to kind of help with that. And also, I mean, if I meet you in person and we have to throw hands, a finishing move on you is to be smothering you with my gunt. Let that be known. If I ever throw hands with you, you better pray that you don't. My finishing move will be to smother you with my gunt. That's why it's the last thing I want to get rid of. It's a weapon. It's a weapon. It's a way to defend myself. Keep the fetishes with my wife? No. The fetish with my wife is her trying to kill me with her ass. How long can she smother me for with those ass cheeks? She's been trying. She wants that life insurance money. You know? Yeah, make those hearts. Get those hearts up, dude. I love my wife, and I love that ass first. I love those booty cheeks. Smother me all the time, honey. She's out of town with her mom. You know where she went? She went to Regatas. I'm joking. She went to my parents' place. So she's enjoying herself at the pool. So I have the kids. Who's watching the kids, Devin? The kids are doing fine right now. I'm pretty much just a block away from the house. But I do have a babysitter. Sister-in-law's over here too. Ooh, no, don't, no. I actually kind of hate it when people joke like that. My neighbors will joke like that sometimes. Ooh, sister-in-law. It's like, no, guys. Anyway, I'll finish this 4th beer. And I think we'll get to walking back to the house. Definitely shout out to Gobbledygook for being the first one to donate today on the stream. And shout out to King TL for the generous donations there. For sure. Let me finish this here. TVs have storage data now? What are they storing? And who are they sending it to? Are they sending it to Big Brother? Fucking shit, dude. You found the dancing one? Oh, sock puppet, you got to be my friend. Do you know how to find me on Discord? Or do you not do that? Let's meet and greet. This whole thing looks horrible. Oh my god, look at that hair. Dude, I'm like getting like ghoul hair. Look at this. Oh, 40's not good, guys. You're gonna start losing your hair and it's getting all weird and shit. I mean, I got hair right here. It's like it's thinning here and here. You can see, but it is what it is. You know? Look like a clown. Don't have a Discord. All right. Here, I'll make you mod so you can send a link. I'll click the link and I'll save it. Your hair is pretty healthy. Yeah, your hair is healthy. You're like, you have this long hair going on, but you kind of have like that. Oh, where's my bag of candy? I told the kids their candy bags were in the fridge. They don't listen. My daughter listens. My son, dude, I swear, my son is following the same steps I'm in. I was when I was his age, and I feel bad because I know what's going to happen. He's not into sports. He's not athletic. He's not interested in that. He's going to sit out of basketball like how I did. And I just want to make sure he's good with that, because like what that means is you are going to be that video game kid. And that's pretty much it. Like, just know that. But at the same time, if that's what he wants to do, I'm good with that. I have no problem. That's what I did. And I know that life. I know what happens. Like, you know, you sit out of sports. You're not interested in that bullshit. You don't care about it. All right. And, you know, I don't care about that stuff. Anyway, I haven't seen the link yet. I'm gonna send my All right, back. So I'm gonna finish this beer and start walking back. I think I'll keep the stream going as I walk back. Do a old. I don't do the walking streams because like walking, it's usually blurry as fuck. I can't do them. Fucking witch Ruby. I think she's a fucking witch. Uses AT&T. Maybe AT&T is the way to go. These fucking cheap ass T-Mobile, dude. Wait, is there a problem? You got a problem with me? Like this? Like this? Yeah, this looks even better, dude. Now I look more like a dad. I'm wearing the Newports too. See, I can't do like a Halloween costume as like suburban dad because I'm suburban dad every time I stream. It's fucking my life. I told my son, "You're looking at the future. You're looking at your future. You're gonna be a dad." You know? And shit worms eating Ruby's brain? Yeah, you got some theories about Ruby that we need to dive into on the stream, but not tonight. Tonight is for my kids. Tonight's for me. I put out a lot of content today. I did. And I barely did any playing on Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm making more progress than I have ever on any of my playthroughs, and it's looking pretty good. The last thing I want to say about it is I'm actually working on getting a second calculator to be proficient as the first one, so that way I can double in. Long story short, for anyone who's never played the game, pretty much there's a class in the game that's pretty much like when you use them, it's kind of like you're breaking the game because they have access to all sorts of stuff that can like attack everyone on the field at one time. And I just going to do that twice because 2 is better than 1. And then the game will play itself. And then that's it. Yeah, I do have a summoner with CT5. Holy, it does kill most of everyone. Sometimes I have to play around with the variable of CT5 or CT3 prime or whatever to see who. I try to see who it's going to target all, you know, because it kind of shows you. And I'll play with that. But I don't think my summoner strength is as high as it needs to be, because first of all, his faith isn't as high as it should be. So I'm also using these training sessions for this other summoner as a way to me use my orator to raise up his faith. So it's I'm in the motions of training my units to be as proficient as possible. So that way. Whoa! I went to go check the link. Didn't know this thing was still going on. I was like, I went to go check the link that someone sent me. With the Daimo dancing. Daimo's this guy back in the day of I guess Bloodsport's Boyd's Ethan Ralph era. He was a cool character, actually, in retrospect. He was kind of run off by Chinatown, but the only thing is like, he didn't really have thick skin. You gotta roll with it. If you're gonna play a character that's like embarrassing or whatever, you gotta just be able to roll with it. I was able to roll with it. I still am, you know. So I dressed up as a baby one time. Who cares? Whatever. Never actually wore a diaper, but I mean, for the right price, I would. For the right price, I'd even take a dump in it. But that right price is very high. We're talking about like Will Ferrell money high. Okay. I have no problem being a clown on YouTube.
because I think it's just kind of funny, you know. I gotta think of myself as like some sort of like, you know, I don't want to get into this because it gets kind of cringe and like, but here we are, right? So my whole point of this is to just play a character, or just do fun stuff, man. Like, do fun things. Be like the wild party animal. Just, sure, there's some embarrassing things, but it's just meant to be entertaining. That's it. That's it. I know some things embarrass myself, but I don't really care about that. It's not about that. It's just about having fun, not giving a shit. That's what it's about at the end of the day. So anyway, but yeah, I got the video of the Daimo dancing, and I'll play that as I guess as an intro for the next stream, which will be tomorrow, Sunday. No, Sunday, I should probably the morning spend that, the kids and I, cleaning up the house after we turn into a disaster with the video game party. We're gonna have a video game night. I'm gonna order 2 pizzas, large, and cheese, and probably for me, pepperoni and jalapeno. And then maybe some mozzarella sticks, stuff like that, you know. Play some Halo, play some Smash Brothers, have a great time. Have a great ass time, dude. I'll try to get the kids to play some retro games. I think it's good for them to play older games on. Really, if I wanted to do this the right way, I should hook up our old Wii, because the old Wii that we have is hacked and it has pretty much every NES game on it. It has some SNES games, and show them like the older games so that they can respect where games are now. You know, I do like these video game challenges with my kids, and they can earn Robux, Robux, whatever. And they have to like achieve certain things. Now lately they've been very easy to achieve. Okay, very easy. How are we doing? I think there are more dancing videos. Cool. Send it to me, I'll do that. And what I was gonna say, so like, you know, the first one was like my son has to beat the first dungeon in Zelda, which to us old school gamers who like know what the game's all about, it seems like very easy. But he had no idea how anything worked, and so he spent like the first portion of it like, wait, what am I supposed to do here? Where do I find this dungeon? Like, what do I do? It's like, well, I can't really tell you, but you just have to figure it out. And he eventually did, and eventually beat it. So it only makes sense for like, okay, well, now let's get ready for dungeon number 2. And there's different things you can do in preparation for that. You can get like a potion, I think another one, some other stuff you can do. But I want to show him like old school Castlevania. So, because that was one of my favorite games back then. Castlevania 3, definitely. So, we'll see about that. But, yeah. So, we'll just have a game night. Order some pizza. Probably play some Halo, Smash Brothers. I know my daughter's going to want me to play Roblox with her. Am I saying it? Yeah, Roblox. She likes this game called Brookhaven? I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure what it's called. Passed by the Harris County constable. Good thing I'm in Galveston County. We got some drunk as fuck walking around, public indecency. There's a motorcycle guy. But it was cool. I was actually seeing if he could give me a fist bump while he's on the motorcycle, dude. Fucking asshole. No, I'll be doing bullets are cool. I respect those who ride, dude. Even if they're riding like a scooter. If you don't ride, man, you don't understand. Something about being on the open road like that, dude. I don't know what it is. Kind of miss riding my bike. I haven't shown you all. No, I did post pictures of my tires. They're shot. I need to replace both of them, front and back. And it's gonna cost like, well, it's gonna be like $300 a piece. And then if I do it myself, all I need are the tools. But, oh my God, if I did it myself. If I did it myself, it'd just be the cost of one tool. I have everything else, up the jack. So it should be fine, but as you guys know, I'm kind of lazy. There's another link. All right, let me click this link. Once I click this link, it's probably gonna show up the stream like it did last time. Let me click it. All right, and we're back. So I have it in my history. So it's queued up and ready to go. Serious about this. I'm like one of the few people who care about the history of the sector. Even though I am the turncoat, the snake of the sector. Well, look at that. It's kind of funny how that works out. That's so bizarre. Oh, that's gonna be a good house to go to during Halloween. That witch is great. What do you say? Oh, Symphony of the Night is so good. Oh, dude, one of my favorite games ever. Another really good game of all time, Symphony of the Night. Play that game forever. I still do. And have you played the randomized modes? Oh, it's so good. It gives like so much replay to it. All it does is really scramble where you find items, and kind of changes it. In some ways, it could change the difficulty for like, well, the worse, and be like, well, okay, now this is really pretty grueling, pretty difficult. But sometimes it's like, oh wow, look at this! I found the cryptogram in the first, I don't know, the first scene, you know, early on in the game. Wow. Everything else is like a cakewalk. Okay. That's a problem with randomizers. You can get this extremes. You only play vanilla? Hey, vanilla's the finest of the flavors, as they say. Vanilla's good. Sometimes I do like to add some nuts and chocolate syrup and all that, but vanilla's good. Because I think even the original base game had a pretty good balance to it. Like when things really got wild, like in the Upside Down Castle, they gave you a chance, if you knew how to get it, the weapon that would pretty much break the game, Christogram. But you would have to know how to get that fucking thing. And you would only know about it if someone else got it in word of mouth on the bus or read about it somewhere. Everything else. So like, and that's one of those secrets that you had to learn. So it's understandable that it could break the game. It's, you know, if you knew how to get it. Because the randomness of that drop is so rare. Sometimes you'll be sitting there trying to get the fucking Christogram, and it'll never fucking drop. Never fucking drop. Never ever. I couldn't tell you how many times I play and specifically looking for the fucking Christogram, hitting that same fucking enemy over and over, even take a good luck potion. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Won't even drop. Won't ever drop. Give me that sword, baby. Give me that sword. And then eventually it drops. But if you play the game like not looking for that, you know, you would have your run-of-the-mill weapons, which some of them are, you know, pretty good for the area. And will, as long as you know how the bosses work, you'll be fine. Honestly, I think the hardest boss, if you're playing just like with regular weapons, is the, oh man, what's his fucking name? The tall ass motherfucker with the rod that electrocutes you. He's in that giant ass fucking room and the upside down catacombs. You know who I'm talking about. Galamon or something. He's a giant son of a bitch. He's a fucking beast. In some ways he's harder than fucking Dracula. In some ways he should be the final boss, man. He's a fucking wrecker, dude. Galamoth, yeah, Galamoth, dude. Galamoth is the real king in that fucking castle, dude. He's just letting Dracula, like, pretend. He wants the fucking show. Yeah. But apparently he has a trick too, which I never really, I mean, my tricks with him were to like, okay, I'm going to get high up here on this ledge and like dodge these balls and electricity and like every now and then hit him with stuff, and it'll eventually work, but it takes fucking ever. There's other ways you can do it that are much more proficient, and you watch YouTube videos on it, you're like, oh, well, okay, I totally did it fucking wrong. You know? Yeah. Whew. 4 beers in, I feel pretty good. 4 beers in, I look fatter. Shit, it really is the fucking beer. Tomorrow's gonna be a fucking fasting. I think this whole week will. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'll be fasting. Could I do a 48-hour, 72-hour fast? Definitely could do a 48-hour fast. I could do that. It's actually not that hard. After the 24 hours, fasting is not that hard. It's the initial hunger. But 72-hour fast, I can do that, and it actually saves me money because food gets expensive. The problem is with that is, well, anytime I eat, it's gonna, no. Well, also, like any muscle I do have during that, there's a chance that's gonna go away too. Anyway, we're almost at the street. All right. Son's asking for help. I'll help him with something. He might be working on a something. All right, son, your dad's on his way to help you out. Here's something. All right, let's see what that is. yeah, I think I'm gonna order some Stefano's pizza as soon as I get home and play some games with the kids. That is the plan. Pepperoni, jalapeno, usually how I go. Oh man. Oh, god dang it. Fuck. Honey tore up the couch. Freaking dog. I know what she fucking did. That dog. God dang it. That dog. Man. So the dog acts out, and I don't know why she's doing it. She does it when she feels like she's not getting attention, and she's not, because I was gone for a while. My wife is gone right now. So she's bored at home. I know what she did. She took the stuffing out of the one side of the freaking couch, and like stuff it back up in there. Damn it, son of a bitch. She's gonna be sitting there looking right at me, the stuffing around her, like, yeah, you know why I did this. I know why you did this. Shouldn't be doing it. What do I do? Pop her on her nose? She knows what she did. Yeah, she knows what she did is wrong. No. She wants that attention. I'm not even going to give her that attention. I'm not even going to acknowledge her. This is what I'm going to do. I'll acknowledge her afterwards. A little bit afterwards. Give it some time. First take care of a mess. And then take care of stuff. And then get to her. Like, oh, I'm sorry. You're wanting my attention. Oh, okay. Well, now you got it. You can go outside. She probably wants to go outside and play fetch. Shit like that. Well, I'll do that. I don't shock her. Anyway, we're at the house now. You all take it easy.